Hello, doing a fireside. Just another fireside. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Just kind of following up on a couple things. The catch that I did today. There wasn't, I'm gonna kind of wait on an update, but I have a case number and everything, so I'd just say that. And another person who was on the hook for a while, will have their number, and everything. I'm gonna, you know, I'm going to. I might be able to catch. I don't know. Just gonna wait till people come in here. Let's post the link. Let's see, we get one person. Yeah, I don't know if it sent out a notification. Check out my subscriptions. Oh, there's a catch going on. I didn't even know that. Oh. There's a catch going on. Yeah, they don't expect much people to be here. And I'm about to do an update on. I got all the topics figured out for the coding stream. I'm gonna do another stream and then about that, and then get into it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with this. Hold on. Yes, don't know if it's sending out notifications. I don't know. Oh, I think people are starting to come in, I guess. Yeah, but one if you can hear me and everything. Everything's good. It's 10th Fireside. Oh, 6 people. Alright, we're getting people in. I thought there was an issue with the notifications or something. I was trying to check my channel if we got notifications. Yeah, we got notifications. Yeah, put the link out. It's NVCAP Fireside. kilometers though. What should it be? What do you think it should be? It's too many topics. But yeah, we did so NVCAP did 28 catches today. Oh, we had our 20th catch. It's gonna be a lot more catches. You know, I'm gonna try to I think I'm kind of like working at like at least once a week pace, and then then I'm gonna try to do twice a week. Then just build on that. Why are you not violent? Um, yes, actually, I don't know. I mean, something about that is, like even me saying like NVCAP saying it's non-violent citizens against predators. I'm not really saying that anyone else, implying anyone else is violent. It's just kind of like I think that we all are, non-violent. I think that any catcher, unless they're doing like crazy stuff, pretty much are non-violent. And that's kind of what we are. That's kind of what we're doing. But yeah. Send the link to a couple people. Let's see. I viewed that the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like anyone should be able to. Um, you know, anyone should be able to defend themselves. Honestly, why not? Like, it's you would have to. You know. Um, but yeah, it's not like saying it's, but nothing. I don't know. So a lot of the, I think some of the things get like misconstrued as like kind of saying that like MVCAP's like putting itself on like a pedestal, kind of like where we're non-violent and all the others are violent, or like we're journalists over here and all the others are whatever. It's really just like if I've ever even used the word even journalist, it was only in the context of kind of that we all are just protecting our constitutional rights. It's kind of like making the constitutional argument for what we do, within the press. Um, but yeah, had that vibe. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Maybe I had the vibe, but I don't know. That was never the meaning. That was never the intention. I may have that vibe, so might be on the wrong vibe frequency. But yeah, pretty much anything that NVCAP kind of calls itself is pretty much the case for all predator catchers. Yeah. Wow, it's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I heard Alex had a catch and the guy's pointing a gun at himself or something. Or there was some kind of suicide situation involved. I don't know. I don't know if the catch ended or anything. I kind of just started this. Live. Technically, I think you were correct about no evidence disproving Bill as GGU, but I don't think he is. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Basically, here was my argument. Here's just like my argument. Like people can kind of arrive at whatever conclusion is, but here's my argument. it was that it wasn't just like, oh, I don't like Bill and I think the voice sounds like him. No, it was more that he was like the closest circle to great grandma, so he would kind of be the person you would go to, and he was apparently the person that announced her death, right? I mean, when she died, Bill was the one that announced the death, right? And I'll put it this way. So it was that too, that was a connection. And I do think the voice sounds like it. I mean, the same speech patterns, the same pauses and everything. Like it wasn't really just the voice; it was more than the voice. I guess like a lot of people, I guess also didn't say it did, but also here's like my main thing is is so great grandma, right? Was a like no one saw what she looked like before. I mean, maybe like some people said they did, whatever it is, but pretty much no one said that they saw that person on stream. So then you're just kind of taking the same party's word for it that had already lied about their death, that that person is great grandma. So it doesn't disprove anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless. So like the entire stream was meaningless. So it didn't disprove anything, and the connections I think are still there, and I still think it does sound like it. Obviously with the voice changer, but and it's just like I would say this: if I believed I was wrong, I would say it was wrong, and that's just kind of what it is. It's like I don't feel it's been disproven yet, so I still kind of sustain that position. But that's pretty much it. But yeah. What do you think about decoys sending dirty pics to prove not cops? Um, yeah, I mean, I'm against it. I think it goes too far. Like, I've heard, I don't know. I've heard things about like, I don't know. It's really like one thing if like they somehow, like, I don't know. I guess like if they were to use like a picture on the internet and then using that, I guess. But then I've heard that they would use like their own pictures, and that I don't know, that's cringe, honestly. Like I guess like the outcome's good because it gets the job done, but I don't know. I kind of cringe with that. But at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of like a paradox because it still would result in them getting caught, but I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Not says names, but I've seen more catchers doing it. Yeah, we shouldn't say names. No. I don't know. I don't even want to get into that. Blue announced the death. But I don't even know where platform or anything. I saw it on Bill's. Blue sent a text GGU in the morning. After a few hours, she didn't get a reply and decided to announce the death. Blue has been clear on this. Blue sent a text after a few hours, didn't get a reply and decided to announce the death. Yeah, I mean, but that doesn't make sense at all. That sounds sketchy. Like the closer you get to it, the sketchier and weirder it gets. Um, so I don't know. Nothing credible can be like everything from that stems like from the great grandma thing is just like more questions. When I saw that stream where even the great grandma person was talking, none of it made any sense. It was really like I couldn't figure out the motive at all. It was really like robbing a bank with the to just wear a mask or something. It didn't make any sense. Um, and also a huge contradiction was the original great grandma, right? Said that she worked 30 years in law enforcement as under child protective services. That's what she said in Arizona predator prevention stream, and you know, so I can only And now she's a doctor. I thought she had 30 years of law enforcement. Is she also that? Like, how would you be both? Like, both kind of required a lot of time in each field, so it just didn't make sense. Yeah, you get it. You're correct. Whoever that guy was pretending to be, her or is her, could have been more. Could have been anyone. And I would still sustain. I never said like it's definite, but I kind of was saying, all right, this is the beginning of the questioning. Like when I say trial, I mean this is the beginning of we're looking into it. All right, kind of like as like a public, like we're asking these questions, we're saying these things, and that's what I did. Um, so I don't know anything for sure, and I always have been clear that but the same questions I've raised, I still raise, and that's what it is. Yeah, I'm actually gonna think. I'm gonna try to pin the link. I don't know if this pins the link, but I started. I don't know how long can still maintain GGU is real. Well, I mean, I don't even know. It's like a figment of any of her of. I mean, I don't even know. Like, it started as an 83-year-old, and then she died, and now it's another person. That's the whoever. I don't even know what real means in that context. It's like, was that the? Are you saying that's the person? Okay, like it's being said that that's the person that's behind it. I mean, but then even that really does not add up. I would say that does not add up. I really think that whoever is at the source, I think they were like the second people actually started questioning it, they were like, "Oh fuck!" So then they somehow dug up a 60-something-year-old old lady, and then just put her on a stream. That's what I think. Now I don't know that, but that's what I think. At PW Dubs. Yeah, we had we caught a bad guy. We caught a bad guy. Okay, honestly, I'm hearing my echo because I was trying to test my audio. I gotta shut that off. It's my phone. It's over there. It's right there. It's driving me crazy. One sec. Hold on. Um. Hold on. No, not during the. Oh, actually, I don't know. It's Streamyard. It wouldn't be like that. I'm gonna start using Prism for my catches. Um, that's kind of a main reason why. But yeah, it's kind of like I'm trying to go with the panel thing, but I don't know. It's just the quality let me get the quality let me down. All kinds of things let me down. So I don't know. Um, yeah, we figured it out though. Seems like you need help today to catch the cops. Grant. Yeah, it's kind of like a lot of switching between apps and stuff. But yeah. I don't know. Let's see. All the other comments. I think I answered all the comments so far. But yeah. It's pretty much that. Yeah, so I can't. It's hard to trick my phone because it's like a very small wire to that. I don't know. One sec. I'm actually gonna try. I'm gonna try connecting it to the computer instead. Oh, I just accidentally hit this. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna do a couple coding streams. I think I got all the plans mapped out for everything. Are you now completely demonetized? How does that work? So here's like the extent that I understand is that before you could just run ads on all the videos, and now that restriction is gone. But what I still have, which I'll be clear about, is I still have super chats and memberships and all that, and limited advertisements, I guess. But basically, just by default, even when I had it, like they say, like have it reviewed by a human, and apparently that human thought that NVCAP is still unsuitable for advertisers, so it's just permanently done. Every video has been permanently. It says limited advertisements. That's the extent of it. Let me get more comments up in here. It's kind of go like this because like I can think about, I can like answer each one, clearly. Yeah, the coding channel. Yeah, the coding channel. Look. Yeah, it's a coding channel. Yeah, I do gotta fix that audio though in the StreamYard. I'm gonna use Prism from now on. I probably won't gonna do a test stream to just test it out because I do have a catch coming up. I'll try to do it this week. Well, actually, I don't even want to say that. I want to say that because then second like a catch comes up and then doesn't, and then I don't know. I don't have a catch coming up. I'll add. The 63 just happens to also be a grandma. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's a yeah, if there's like a catch going on or something. I don't know anything about that. I just kind of went live. But yeah, got Koopa High. I don't know. What do you think is a good topic? Actually, didn't you give me topics? Hold on. Alien abductions, real or no? Um, I don't know about alien abductions, but in general, here's what would be my conclusions about aliens. Is actually, I don't know. Why am I answering that? Why am I talking about that? I don't know. But, aliens are interesting, though. But I would say if a planet can sustain life, then my assumption is that it does. And like if it can sustain life, like if the conditions are there, that that planet, my assumption is that planet once does have life on it, and that it must have at some point. And whatever life that would emerge from that would be very similar, if not identical, to humans because it's the same thing. I don't know. So like people kind of imagine aliens to be like these things with I don't know, like all these. It wouldn't be that different. It wouldn't be able to. But yeah, yeah. Posted the wrong link. Yeah, you got the link. Yeah. Um. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Could sent in these topics. Okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna text him. Yeah, I just sent you a DM. Yeah, like the self defense thing. I saw like a catch that PB Mass did, and it was just like kind of like a giant brawl. I think that that pretty much he had every reason to like defend himself in that situation because like that's I don't know. I just saw that catch, and that's like a good example of like defending yourself because like they're going after you. You're not inciting anything. You're not doing anything. If someone attacks you, goes at you in a hostile way, you have the right to you know like deal with that. You know, but One sec. I'm gonna try to test something. But yeah, I think I'm back. Said to charge something. So yeah, I'm gonna try to. Just moving forward, I'm gonna try to get the two decoy phones. Like where it's like I can figure out how to do like two decoying both at the same time. It's gonna get a lot more catches. And we're gonna go to 30, then we're gonna go to 40 catches, and we're gonna go to 50 catches, and just keep it going. Yeah, the plan also is not to just do catches. What's your opinion on banks refusing loans for gas and diesel vehicles? Banks refusing loans for gas and diesel vehicles? I have no idea. I know they were doing that. Well, what's left? Is it just electric? Oh. I mean, I would say if you can somehow like transfer solar to electric and then save money with that, I don't know. I mean, that would be a good idea. But eventually we have to change our energy. Yeah, taking oil out of the ground is not sustainable, like for forever. But yeah, again, but yeah, back to like kind of the other thing though, was yeah, we'll get catches and everything, but it's not necessarily just the goal to get catches. It's also to kind of like eventually what I want to see happen is I want to see a nonprofit emerge from it, not become NVCAP, but emerge from NVCAP, and so it can just be like directly towards like if a nonprofit ever arises from NVCAP, I want it to just be to change laws. Like it'll be just because as many nonprofits that their main thing is just to change laws. It's kind of hard to get nonprofit status for just catching predators, but there's many. But pretty much if it's just kind of an entity changing laws and arguing to change laws, then there's nothing wrong with that. You know, um, like, it's gonna be a hard case to make, so I'll just make it a separate thing. Then it can derive from NVCAP kind of making the like after the catches, or not after the catches, but once there's like a lot of catches done and a lot of like evidence shown about like how bad the problem is, and I kind of want to show every single. I want to kind of make an example out of every single hole in the laws, that exists. Like, let's say it's illegal for a predator to, like once in a while, we should do something called political exposures, which we did one. Kind of a good example was that manager. Not, he didn't talk sexual, but he did everything perfect. Where if he just saw the girl, then he would say, "Ha, she's real," and then whatever he would want to do, he could do. And that's kind of an example where he didn't necessarily talk sexual, so it wouldn't be a legal issue. But that's kind of exposing that predators understand how the system works and how to get around it. So I want to show like every single you know, I want to kind of make an example out of every single hole and then use that to change the laws. Because I think that people aren't going to really make a thing of it unless they see the problem in front of their eyes. You know, like if you're just reading a bunch of laws and then you say, oh, technically, theoretically, this is legal. Technically, theoretically, that is legal. That doesn't really mean anything unless you see that there are people trying to move around these laws. So it's kind of like, doing a catch within the system that can get a conviction, but if you expose, it could be an exposure, but it could be a political exposure, and that'll expose laws and that'll change laws. So that's what I think we gotta do too. Because it's kind of like if we're not making an example of like how the laws are broken, then we have to be doing that once in a while. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm currently working on a predator right now that is kind of like that. It's kind of like read here. He said everything sexual, but then read at the end, he just gets like nervous or whatever. Some people actually like try to skirt around the laws in dumb ways. They'll say, "Tell me you're 18. Tell me you're 18." And then they'll say, okay, I had the takeaway, I had the understanding that they're 18, but that doesn't matter because if their agreement is that you're telling them they're 18, then that's enough. That's enough, because if that agreement is documented, then the original understanding was that they were 14 or 15 or whatever the decoy age was, and it's just like every single predator has the same excuse. Just going back to that, like they always say that they could even, it's like they say it to justify the most heinous stuff. Like the predator we caught today, um, what he did in the chat logs, and the conversation started really within. You would think like that kind of catch, would take a long time. That catch started like an hour before, like very very early before the catch today, and he wanted the teenage boy to send him pictures of his privates, and he mentioned sex. He mentioned more graphic things than that, and his defense for it is he was trying to help the kid. And you always see that, and then they say that they always say like they knew it was a setup. They didn't know it was a setup. Like if they knew it was a setup, that's like, why would you show up to the setup? I don't know. Why would you show up to a setup? Well, I should share the Fireside. I didn't even think of that. I just went on Fireside and I didn't even share the Fireside. I gotta do that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tripping. 40 minutes in, I forgot to share the Fireside. But yeah, yeah, I just shared it. But yeah, yeah, it's like every. I think what it is like they get so like pissed off and humiliated that they got caught and they don't want to own up to it, that they just try to make it seem like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. Well, I knew that was going to happen. No, you didn't. It's entrapment. Yeah, they'll say like, I don't know. It's kind of like, unless it's like a real kid getting hurt, it's entrapment. Like that's what these predators say. It's like if it's like any kind of sting where it's like, I don't get it. They initiate conversation. It's like they initiate conversation. They're told as a kid. They talk sexual. Then they meet, and then they're trapping them. If anything, you're kidnapping or doing whatever you would do to a kid. You know, you're trapping someone. It's like weird. It's like you shouldn't even be talking to a kid. Like 60 years old and 14. I mean, even if you had kids later in life, that's old. That's easily old enough to be grandfather of that kid. I think great grandfather, right? But think about it. Even great grandfather. It's like this, like six. The predator we caught today was 60 years old. 60. Which I mean, I'm not like in the camp of saying 60 years old is old or anything, you know, because it's really not that old. But in relation to meeting a 14-year-old boy for sex and all these horrible things, and you know, and soliciting child porn, it's very, very old. I would be very old in that sense. Like if someone was like someone's, that's why I have no problem catching a 20-year-old even. You know, a 20-year-old and a 15-year-old, which was a TikTok predator. You're going down. You're going down. That's weird. I don't know. Too many weirdos. Yeah, I'm gonna sue you. He said, yeah, he said he was gonna. Did you hear that? He said he was gonna sue me. He said he was gonna sue me. If I get false charges, I'm gonna sue you. With what? Nothing. Like, no basis at all. Because number one, like what you would have to do to sue someone, you would have to prove that what I'm saying or what I'm alleging is not true, and that I knew it was not true, and that the motive for that was just to damage that person's reputation or result that person in some kind of loss. But that even gets really dashed out of nowhere when the fact that pretty much the fact that I didn't know, I didn't have any kind of encounter or interaction with that person prior to the catch, that kind of throws out the window any kind of motive for, you know, intentionally trying to cause a loss in someone. Like, let's say, oh, I don't like that person, right? And I know that person, and then I'm catching them. Then, if anything, it doesn't really, like, it wouldn't. I mean, it wouldn't. It still would be frivolous, but that element of it wouldn't be there. Where it's like there wouldn't be anything anyone could say about that person would want to see any other reason other than what they're genuinely concerned about, to see that person take some kind of loss. So there's nothing there. I don't know. It's entrapment. Is getting a crime to take place that wouldn't otherwise take place? Yeah, and it would take place because if someone believed it was a 14-year-old, if someone believed it was a 14-year-old and they're talking like that, then they would have committed the crime. Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm just kind of responding to it's kind of like I'm responding to whenever someone like says a comment or whatever, I turn it into like I hear the pedophile in my head saying that, and I'm kind of responding to that. Yeah, I don't know. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I'm responding to the pedophile you're mocking, kind of like I am. I don't know. Yeah, which I've even heard how another predator catcher who I want to mention in that context just because I don't want to make anything worse. But I even that lawsuit, I don't see how that I don't see how that would make any sense. Oh, actually, I'll say it. I mean, I mean it's public, right? So like PvP is getting sued. I don't see how that that lawsuit even would come of anything. Or I heard he's getting sued. I don't know, but even that, like if he genuinely thought, like if someone genuinely thinks, like here's the thing: in a free society, if you genuinely think that someone is doing something wrong or whatever you're alleging, with no ulterior motive, you have the right to call that out, regardless of whether they would face a loss or anything. That's either what you think, that's your conclusions, that's what you arrive to. And I mean, it would suck, but it's there would be no wrongdoing there, where it shouldn't have any kind of backlash, you know. It's kind of like, let's say if it was like let's say if someone made like a rape allegation or whatever, like would have to take place for it to be like a false allegation. It would have to be knowingly false. If it's not knowingly false, let's say the person like I don't know, let's say the person is like 100% in their mind or whatever, like or lives like in an alternate universe in their mind where they think it happened, then the intent wouldn't be there. In the UK, there was an undercover cop who drove some criminals to do a crime because they didn't have a car, and they got off due to entrapment. I don't get it. What would the motive be? So they would get a car? What? So it'd be like, so like maybe the benefit of like charging them and getting a guy charged, they would get a car out of it, and then they would just get off anyway. I don't know. That's interesting to think of. Interesting in a bad way. Not that anyone should do that. Yep. Yeah, drone racer. Do you race drones? Can I have a little question? But I'm gonna start questioning people's screen names. I don't know, just to figure things out. I don't know. I don't know if you have like a channel where you like have drones or anything, but I don't know. Drones are like I always thought drones as like the toy that you couldn't get when you were a kid. It was like that. It would fly. It would fly anywhere, right? And you could see anything. You know, it would be able to go in like I heard miles and miles of range. I don't know. Drones are really interesting. But yeah, I don't know if you actually like have a drone or something or the reason for your name, but I started thinking about that. Criminals didn't have transport, so the undercover cop gave them a lift. Wait, I don't know. I had 2 streams today. I did a catch with a K, and I think I did another stream. This is my 3rd stream today. don't know. I think I was on a panel yesterday. I don't even know. I remember it doesn't go further than that, so I can't tell you. I don't know where I've gone. So I don't know, man. Like, so you don't need a license for that though, because when you think of that, that's like a small plane. That's like a plane. It's like, does aircraft control get like pissed or like if a plane hits? It's like, is a plane hitting that? Is that like hitting a bird? Be like, God damn it! There's some guy flying a drone, and then you know, I don't know, man. That'd be cool though to fly. That would. Yeah, I thought drones were interesting. I just haven't like had an experience with them. I mean, from what I know, aren't they really expensive? I think they would be. Yeah, but 100 miles an hour, that's really like the speed of like a small plane. That's like a mini plane. It goes that fast. It's Victor. Victor. What's up, Victor? Depends on the weight. 250 grams or less. Don't need a license. Oh, wow. So is it thinking that like if it's under how much is 250 grams? I don't know. In pounds. Hold on. 250 I'm gonna I only know pounds, so I'm gonna say 250 grams to pounds. Wait, that's only half a pound? 250 grams is half a pound? No way, that can't be half a pound. Maybe it's kilograms? Is it kilograms, do you mean? Or, because how would it be? Because kilograms, that would be 551 pounds. But, I don't know. I don't think it's feasible that it would be half a pound. I don't know how it would even be half a pound. When you're flying with the goggles, it feels like you're a pilot on board. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just would assume that'd be like way too expensive. That's like, I feel like that's like an adult toy, like something you would have to like blow money on if you got money. I don't know. Yeah, but did you mean kg? It's kind of bothering me now. Did you mean kg? Because like has to be kg. Because g is just like g is half a pound. Like how would that be half a pound? Pound's not. Wait, so what actually is like? So I don't know. So there's actually a drone that's less than half a pound. Oh wow. So there are drones that are like that that are that small. I don't know. It's hard to imagine. Wait, a cup of coffee. It's like a drone, a whole thing. Seems like it's like a whole mechanism. Oh shit. Yeah, the closest thing I remember was it was like this. There was this like remote control car, but it would have a camera on it. I forget what it's called. Um, you know, um, but it would have a camera on it, and you could like kind of not even watch it, and it could just kind of go. It could kind of just move autonomously, and you could just watch it as you would just like look in the camera. And I don't know, those was amazing. Just like you didn't even need to. The idea of like not needing to even watch the thing you're controlling. You know, but I don't know. Aside from that, not really sure. Um, yeah, it might end it off. I don't know at the hour mark. I'm not really sure. Go FPV freestyle drone videos. Yeah, but I will say though, probably tonight I'm going to do a coding stream, but it's just going to be kind of about what is going to happen in the coding stream, like everything moving forward. Biggest restriction is the flight time. Batteries only last a few minutes before recharging. Oh yeah, and that's nothing then. You need the battery for it to last a long time for it to even be worth it. Yeah. Yes, I guess you would need like the license then. Then it makes sense. That makes sense now. But yeah, just a quick fireside. Just want to throw in. Um, and I'm probably just gonna do kind of an overview coding stream about what's to come and everything, and you know, uh, and then actually get into the topics. But yeah, so I got specified to topics. So like each tutorial is going to be about generally. You know, kind of how I'm going to structure everything, and yeah, so the channel for that NVCAP code. That's this channel. Yeah, so it's this channel. This is the NVCAP code channel. So I think I'm gonna go left on that. Probably after this, and probably even do two. Probably even do probably even get into some of the topics. I'm gonna try to get into it like really aggressively. A lot of tutorials at once. Then I'm gonna make premieres out of them and edit them, and yeah. But yeah, with that said, I'm gonna end the stream. Yeah, NVCAP Fireside 10.